It's early morning Sunday, I think. Yeah, early morning Sunday. It's still kind of dark out. Anyway, remember I made this I don't know what you'd call it. I guess you'd call it a rack to hold gear behind on my adventure mobile. I'll link to it. I also mentioned that I would probably do the other side. Now this side's going to be a little bit more complicated because it's longer. I mean, it's the same length, but it's longer in that. Let me show you. I have a generator on this side that I didn't want this to get in the way of, so I left this part open here where my generator goes. But I'm not going to do that on the other side. So today I'm going to make another rack on this side of my camper thingy bob. So yeah, should be able to get everything done but the painting today because everyone for some reason in town is out of paint, so I had to order it from Amazon. So to the metal shop I go. We do have a couple more trips planned for the month of August. One this week. So we're going to get back out there in nature and do some camping and fishing. But again, I'm going to have to stick two pieces of metal together to form studs just wide enough to fit in those gaps on the flatbed of my Kodiak, like I did before. But only this time, instead of two, I'm going to need three studs to go in those slats. So I'm hoping I have enough scrap metal to make it. Like I say, it's not so important about how it looks, although I do want it to look somewhat good, but how it works. The more gear I can get, the more comfortable I'll be, I think. I had to go get a flashlight. I couldn't see. I'm going to have to piece this together like I did the last one because the width of those slats in that flatbed truck are such that I got to put metal together so that it'll fit down in those grooves properly the way it should. I think I found some scrap metal that'll fit down in those slats without having to weld two pieces together. So that'll cut a lot of time off this project. I use this Harbor Freight transmission stand to catch my steel from falling on the floor. It works really great. And just like before, we're only going to work with the materials that we have. We're not going to go buy any material. Just working with what we have. Don't have to be perfect, it just has to be functional. So all I have now is this square tubing, 1-inch square tubing. I used angle iron before. I was going to draw lines on this metal, then I realized it was still really dirty, so I thought I'd clean it up. This is going to be completely different than the other side, but similar, because I have different metal that I'm using. But either way, it'll be awesome. You'll see. All right, these are only going to be 4 inches longer. Instead of 66, they're going to be 70 inches. And like I said before, square tubing instead of angle iron. All right, now I'm going to have to cut these both at one end to even them out. We want everything even. Okay, so I wasted 20 minutes trying to square this piece off because the cheap square I was using was all melted and bent. I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't square, So I started looking at that. Yeah, that's the reason. So I got a better one. And it took 30 seconds to square it. Okay, I get my machine set up. I think it's good to tack down now. We'll tack it down and then do the fit test. As usual, I'll be using my Miller-Matic 255. That kind of set me back a little bit in time. I should have checked that square. I knew that them lines, even when I first started, weren't coming out straight. It is what it is. It's straight now. This is a little bit thicker metal, so we're going to go with 16.5 volts to start with. And we'll turn our wire speed way down. guess I'm going to have to grind a little bit off the end of this. That's okay, we can do that. I guess I shouldn't assume anything. I assumed that if it fit down one slat, it would fit down them all. Not true. Anyway, I put a 36 grain flap disc on this. Should be all I need just to take it down a little bit. That's why they call it a fit test. Ah. Not quite there. Not quite there, but just about. Ah, she's on there. Got plenty of wiggle room too. Alright, good. Now let's finish it up. Alright, let's weld her up. We've got the fit test out of the way. Putting the top railing on it. Just putting a little bevel on it so I can put the weld down through it to jointed pieces. Yeah, buddy. sideways weld. One thing's for sure, she's gonna be sturdy and look good. Alright, now I gotta get some screen cut. Perfect. Another perfect fit. No wonder I couldn't see. I had my safety glasses on and my helmet. That explains it. But it's still a good weld. Well, it's a good thing I got a big old truck to haul around all this steel. Well, except for paint, she's done. I just put some angle iron on the ends of it. I had a little bit of angle iron left, so I just put angle irons on the end, and I tacked all this to it. All this screen, or whatever it's called, expanded metal. Let's hope that she didn't warp any, or else she ain't gonna fit. I was being careful that that didn't happen, but it's been known to happen to me. There she goes. Sweet! I actually kind of like the way this turned out a little bit better than the last one. See, I just individually tacked all this expanded metal together. And I'll be able to get a lot of gear stored between this and the storage boxes here. As I'm driving down the road, I won't have to bungee anything down. Let me show you. I think you saw it already, but just to refresh your memory, I put gear in here, and that's the color I'm out of, the red that I had ordered, but I can still get it primered. Get that out of the way, and I could still get my gas cans out of here if I need them, so I left a little space there. Yeah, let's get it primered. I decided I didn't want to wait on that paint to come on Amazon. I mean, it's still coming, and I'll use it. But I checked with Menards, I checked with Fleet, and I checked, was going to check at Walmart, but I decided to come into town and stop at Home Depot to look for that specific color paint I need. And right up there, all by their little lonesome, was 2 cans of this. it was meant to be. Now I can finish my project. I don't have to wait a week. Well, as far as welding projects go, this was a fairly simple one. And yeah, I could have did it in wood. It would have been a lot lighter. It just wouldn't have been as awesome, truthfully. And that's that. Now I have all this space in here to lay some chairs or fishing gear. Or whatever my heart desires. And I like the way it came out. It kind of looks like it was always like that. So, let's walk around her. I need to wash it pretty bad from the last trip we took. Okay. See y'all in the next one. God bless.